Did you ever wish you could just live your life, be in a relationship with the things that you want to be in a relationship with, spend time on the things that you want to spend time with, and still be making money and have your business running in the background? Well, if your answer is yes, today I'm going to be walking you through how to set up automations in Scalability so that you can truly spend your time doing what matters most. So let's dive in. All right, welcome back. I'm going to be diving into automations and how you can use automations to really simplify and streamline a lot of things in your business so that you can be spending your time on things that matter most. So what you want to do first is go to the automations drop down in the menu. So come over here to your drop down menu, find automations, and then it'll open up to this workflow list. So an automation essentially is a workflow, and this is going to help you flow your work through your process, whatever you want that to be. So a couple of things I want to point out to you is that you can actually have folders set up. So you see I have 3 workflows created. If I wanted, workflows for maybe a specific offer, or I have text workflows in one folder and I have other workflows, maybe my calendar workflows. That's what this create folder option can do for you. It really just helps you organize your workflows so you're not scrolling through a whole bunch of them. Okay, so in order to create an automation, you want to first hit the button create workflow. Now you can do a couple different things here. You can select a recipe, so I'm going to click that and show you what your different options are. And then we're going to actually do one from scratch today. So automations, there's so many different options here, which is really awesome. And a lot of times I will just pick a recipe to start from, and then I'll go in and tweak it and edit it. So you can watch some other videos that I have, and that'll help you work through that process a little bit better. Today, I'm going to be diving into actually how to go from scratch. So I'm just going to work through this a little bit and show you. You can import from a campaign. You can have what app delivery statuses. If you missed a call, you can have a workflow for that. Instagram, a couple of ones that I really love are like the Instagram and Facebook comments workflow, because these are great if you are doing ads or if you have a business page. You can have somebody say, comment scale, and then it like triggers this whole workflow where it can be communicating back and forth to your lead while you're like sitting on a beach or going on a prayer walk, whatever that is. It will do all of that for you and kind of basically prime that lead until you're ready to come in and do like the high touch. So this is going to be more of the high tech side of things. And then with the goal of basically doing things that are repetitive or more administrative and giving you space and time to really focus on the high touch areas of your business. So you can scroll through these different options based on your needs. A couple other ones that I like are like the appointment confirmation. So those are helpful to do like some of the appointment booking ones, to use a recipe instead of starting from scratch. There's the birthday template. Sorry about my voice. And like this one is the appointment confirmation and reminders are really good. But I just want to start from scratch and really show you what that can look like. So essentially what you're going to do here is you're going to name your workflow. So let's just call this one, we'll just call it test. But you can name it whatever makes sense. And then you're going to add a trigger. So the trigger is basically that initiating action that somebody takes to kick off the rest of the workflow. So here, when you click and trigger, it actually gives you a bunch of different options. So you can have birthday reminders, contact changed, contact created, contact tagged. So there's a couple different options that you can choose from: task created, email event, survey submitted, right? So I'm going to walk through I think the example I'm going to walk through is just like a new lead came into your inbox. And so let's actually start with, let's do the Facebook one. This one's not going to work because I'm on my demo side. Okay, well, let's just do like a new lead, contact got created through your landing page. We'll see how far I can get. I might have to switch over to my other page. So contact created. And we'll just do, yeah, no filter. Cause I want the contact comes in, I wanna add then a tag. So I wanna tag this person, let's say Facebook friend, or maybe it's landing page, offer, freebie, let's do that, freebie. Okay, and you can have multiple tags here. But I'm gonna say the trigger is a contact was created into Scalability, and typically that happens through a form. Then I wanna tag them, and you can add them to a list if you want. But then what I really wanna do is send them a welcome email. Or maybe I wanna do a welcome text. One of the things that I do with my new contacts is do a welcome text. So I can say, hey, contact first name. Hi, contact first name. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy your freebie, whatever you want it to be. Here's a link to book. So whatever you want your text to be, it could just simply be like welcome. You also, one of the things I do recommend doing is having like a stop little message at the bottom. And it could be as simple as like, if you no longer wish to receive these messages, reply back stop. You want to save action. And then I also want to point out there's this other save button up here with the green flash. Make sure you save that too, because that's saving the entire workflow. And if like your Wi-Fi drops or something happens, you will at least be able to start off from where you finished. And then I also want to, okay, so coming back to the workflow. So we send the text. I want to also do an email. So I'm going to just search for the word email. And then I can set it up. So from name is going to come from me. So I actually want to go down to my account tag and then do account email. Oh, sorry, that's the name. This is the one I'm from. So same concept though, account, I want to do name. So it's going to say location.name, location.email. These are coming from your business profile settings. Then you can set your subject test welcome. And then again, this is like your tag button. So if you want to do like the hi first name, that's how you get that in there. And then from here, it's essential, like you're basically just putting in your email, whatever that is. Okay, so then the other thing I want to share with you is that you can also delay. So you can do the wait button and you can hit time delay for 2 hours, 2 days. So let's do 2 days for this action. And then, maybe I want to do a call option or send another email, or I can send them a DM through Instagram, however they came in. So that one might be tricky, but you have all of these different options. One of the other things I really like though with automations, and again, this is like a simple automation, but you can do an internal. So one of the things that I do if I have people scheduling meetings with me and then they go through my workflow, I actually have an internal text message come to me where I can say, so, new contact created, follow up. So I can do like a text notification, or I could do, I can do a text notification for myself to follow up, or just a reminder like, hey, your appointment's coming up. So I really like this internal notification option that I wanted to point out. And then I also wanted to point out some just other internal tools. So these are really great if you're, want to be more complicated with your workflow, but for the most of you watching this, it's probably going to be like appointment, follow-ups, Somebody DM'd me and I want to create a workflow automation for that. Somebody booked an appointment and I want to create an automation for that. Somebody bought a product or service, I want to create a workflow for that. So you can come down here and just choose the different options, but the logistics of, so you can see like course grant offer and different things. The logic that I want to get across to you though, around a workflow automation is that there's a triggering event and then you get to pick and choose what happens after that event is triggered, right? What are the different actions? Are you going to text them? Are you going to email them? How many emails are you going to be creating? What's the time period, the wait time between your emails? And then you can come to an end when they're done with that workflow. So that's the logic behind a workflow, is like there's a triggering event and then multiple action steps take that person from step 1 to step 20, however many steps that is, and you can move up and down here. I also want to point out that there's settings, enrollment history, execution logs. So settings allows you to dictate, do you want the person to be able to re-entry into this? And so if somebody's like booking calls, or maybe you're doing like a text sequence. So I have a text workflow set up for whenever my podcast drops, Rise Your Purpose, it texts my contacts. And when I first didn't have this clicked, I was like, why did I trigger, hey, it's this day, it's supposed to trigger this sequence, but they're not getting the text anymore. Well, I didn't have allow for reentry turned on. So make sure you have allow for reentry turned on for those instances where you do want the same people to get the same workflow over and over. So that could also work for a calendar event, like if somebody's always booking one-on-one calls with you, maybe for clients, you have that set up for those repeat clients. So that's what the allow reentry does. And then you could, the stop on response, that ends a workflow. So let's say they respond to a message, and this really works in the scenario when it comes back to like a DM Facebook or a DM in your Instagram, and they actually respond to one of your texts. It could stop that so that they're not like continuously going through this nurture workflow if they actually responded. You can have your account time zone. So mine's going to be in my time zone, but if you're scheduling something maybe for you're doing an appointment booking, you might want to make it contact time zone so that things are showing up in their time zone. Right now, I just have mine set up for account. That's the default. You can have time windows. So this is going to restrict actions from being sent outside of a window. So maybe you don't want things to be sent out at like midnight or early in the morning. You can set those timelines. And then you can also make sure, just have default sending details. So so that's that location email, that location name that we talked about. And then you can also mark as read. So in your lead generator app that you get to communicate with your contacts, especially if you're texting and emailing them, that's a great app to have to stay connected to Scalability without being in Scalability, and it's all on your phone. You can have that set up to like mark things as read. Enrollment history is going to show you how many times people have enrolled. So you can see like, okay, I sent this message to 20 people, but only 8 people were enrolled in the workflow. What happened? Did they have bad data? Is there a breakdown in my workflow somewhere? Like, is there a tag not assigned? So the enrollment history is great to see, like, is this actually working? Are all the people I'm expecting to be in my workflow working? And then same with execution logs. This is going to show you like, here's the workflow executed at this time, here's who was in it, or if it failed, it's going to also show that to you. So this is like a really simple way to automate your business, to streamline and scale things without you having to be doing all of the admin work over and over, doing those same things over and over, sending those booking links, responding to those, reply DM messages. You can get that initial contact going for you, or send those reminders so that you can be, again, spending time in your business or in your life doing things that you actually want to spend time on in your field of favors, I like to say, or your zone of genius, and let technology do the things that you don't like to do that are gonna waste your time and are not gonna be making you money. So hopefully this is helpful. Drop any comments with questions you have. If you have not used Scalability and you're just watching this for the first time, make sure you grab my link for a 30-day free trial to get your all-in-one solution platform for your business. So with that, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time.